Appreciate you for pausing your life to play this video. I know it's been a while, but it's just on my mind Monday for the day. You know who it is. It's the one-eyed wonder coming to you again to inform you, hopefully educate you. You know what I mean? Really, this video was gonna go out to the parents, specifically of visually impaired or blind children. You know what I mean? Because I just recently had a conversation, and I had a conversation with my girl, and she talked to one of her old classmates, one of her old friends, and found out that it's a small world. Her friend got a baby, and the baby was born blind. You know what I mean? She's 3 years old right now, but the mom of the blind little girl, you know what I mean, she feels some type of way. Not that her daughter is blind, is she feels some type of way about how the world is gonna take her daughter being blind, so she kind of, keep her away from the world as far as I know, and the little girl, like I say, she's 3 years old, and from the age of 2, you can start having a cane. You can start being trained with a cane from the age of 2 on up. So the little girl mama, she don't want to. She really not comfortable with her daughter having a cane because she don't want the world to make fun of her or point her out. You know what I mean? Make her a target, and that's totally understandable. But because they say the little girl is a happy little girl. The world, the world doesn't bother her. Is they just don't know how to take her. Her mom, this is her first experience with a blind person, I'm assuming. So she just don't want her daughter to be mistreated. But like I say, I understand that, but you still have to let your child grow. You know what I mean? It's gonna be the people talk about everybody out here. No one's excluded from the negativity. People with vision, people without vision, people with all their limbs. People with no hearing. Everybody gets talked about. So that shouldn't really be the case. You know what I mean? Getting a cane for a child should be the best thing for the child. Little do the parent know the child not having a cane is going to draw more attention to the child, because like everybody knows, a blind person, they feel for what they looking for, not just for what they looking for, but when they walk, to make sure they don't run into nothing. If a blind person doesn't have a cane, kind of mummy walking with your hands out in front of you. I just coined that, mummy walk. I mean, but not on the serious note though. Parents, until they're able to cure blindness for everybody, there's going to be continuance of blind children born for different types of reasons. So to the parents, if you do have a blind child, let that child teach you, and don't try to teach the child what you know. I know that's kind of confusing, but a blind child will be able to teach you more than anything that you ever thought you would learn from a sighted person. So never try to hinder, never try to baby a blind person, because that's not doing nothing but making it worse for us and them in the long run. Every person wants their independence. That's not excluding blind people. Blind people want their independence as well. I mean? The sooner that we learn independence, the better. So the child doesn't have to learn as an adult. Like, I had to learn certain things because I was in denial about my vision. This little girl knows she's blind, and she knows she can't do nothing about it. You know, obviously she's 3 years old, so she don't know nothing about a cane unless someone tells her. But parents, please, please, please help your child and don't hinder your child. If you see your child has a disability, first and foremost, you go to an ophthalmologist, you go to an optometrist, you go to an eye doctor, and you see, make sure you're not tripping. Make sure your child does have an eye disability. You know what I mean? Because for some reason, people mistake an eye disability for a mental disability, and that's far from the case. So make sure your child does have a vision disability, and then you take it from there. Blind is blind, no matter what. It's 163 different ways of being blind, but blind is blind. And if your child is showing symptoms of blindness, which is feeling for their items, running into stuff that's obviously there, you know, um, even if their eyes search around like mine's used to. And that used to creep people out the most. For visually impaired people, as far as myself, and what I learned about this little girl is when we're looking for something, like trying to focus on the item, as far as retinitis pigmentosa, because like our vision is tunnel. So we kind of lift my hat. So we kind of look off. If y'all can see my eyes, we look off to see what we can see. It looks weird to y'all, me looking off like this, but me looking off, I can actually see what's in front of me because I have a little bit of peripheral when I look up. It's weird. I can't really explain it. To my siblings and the people that I grew up with, they kind of know what I'm talking about. How I used to look off, look up, but that's a sign of lack of vision. So it is signs to look for. Like I say, it's a difference between a mental disability and a visual disability. So to the parents, please pay attention to your child. Don't pity your child. Help your child. Don't hinder your child. It's just on my mind Monday. I appreciate you again for pausing your life to play this video. Appreciate the views, the comments, the likes. I'm just trying to reach somebody without touching them. You feel me? So once again, the one-eyed wonder, that is I. No puns. I appreciate you. Till next time, keep it positive, keep it forward, keep it safe.